So I guess more importantly, a good way to report on completed backups. The question there is really going to be which edition of backup are you using? Is it one of the integrated versions that's built into your Insight RMM or your N-central RMM application, or is it the standalone Cove Data Protection version? And that's gonna alter my response a little bit. Because if you're using an integrated version, the RMM application provides most of the visibility and the reporting. If you are using the standalone or the non-integrated version of Cove Data Protection, it's going to have its own reporting and alerting of completed or exception reporting of failures and unsuccessful in the UI. Standalone, okay, beautiful. So let me bring up my SE demo environment here really quick. Get authenticated and logged in. So assuming you're looking at more than a page of devices, then you know, you're going to have a real need to do manage by exception. So here we're looking at 74 devices, 62 servers, 8 workstations, 4 M365. And while this is great, I've got you know, multiple devices here. I see a lot of green, but you know, I'm red green colorblind, so I can't always guarantee that these are green. There might not be a little red squeezed in here every so often. So we've got this series of donut charts at the top here. The easiest way to come in here is to come in and you know, click on your completed with errors or your unsuccessful, and those are going to filter based on backup status. So you get this filter added in the center of the screen here, and you can choose what it is you want to be notified on. So here we're looking at a failure condition, although I could just as easily say, show me completed devices. And now I'm looking at successful backups, which are completed, or I say completed and completed with error, or however I want to tweak or adjust these filters. It could be completed, but it could be ones that were completed in the last 24 hours only. So now I've got 2 filters. Last session is less than 24 hours, and it was in a completed status. So you can do a little slice and dice here. And maybe 24 hours isn't the period you want to go for. We can even come in and do some advanced queries to say total last, not 1 day ago, but total last successful was in the last 4 days. Oops, let me get back to that. Total last is within the last 4 days ago. What did I do wrong there? It looks like I messed something up. Bear with me a second. Let me get back to my filters. So 24 hours completed. And we'll change the 1 to a 4. So I've now got this custom query that's built here, and this is just a combination of those 2 filters. You can build these out one by one. If you copy and store this filter, you can use it for other reporting and other filtering purposes. And you can do this by copying that out, or you can come over and hit Save View. Saving this view allows me to create a custom view now that I could use for an email report. So we'll call this all device copy number 4. All successful devices, and save that as a new view. And if I want to get this view in my inbox now on a regular basis, I can come in and say email view, and any of the views that I've defined are going to show up over here on the left hand side. Let me expand this a little bit. There we go. So any of the views I've defined are going to end up over here on the left-hand side. And if I go to that email view, or come down here to schedule emails, 2 ways to get to the same dialog. I can now set these up to go out, you know, on a daily basis or a once-a-week basis, and send out those individual views to manage by success or manage by failure or by exception, things over quota, things that haven't checked in the last 48 hours or 72 hours or 9 days, depending on whether it's a server or a workstation. So there's lots of different options there. I've got a whole series of blogs available on the N-able website that take you through this 7-part course of building out views, customization, and configuration, so you can manage by exception. But here I've got multiple views in place. I can come in and add a new schedule. and I would pick the view that I've created for my dropdown, all successful devices, copy number 4. It's going to send an email called backup and recovery with the view name in it. And I could tell it to insert some variables for the number of completed devices. So you get a number as in addition to the name, Monday through Friday at 4 a.m. GMT -4. So nice and early in the morning there. We'll get that a little bit later in the day, so 10 a.m. In my time zone. And I'll get the table and a summary. And do I want to be able to send an empty report? If there are no successes, then I still want an empty report to show that there are no successes. So you can do this, like I said, 2 ways: manage by exception or manage by success, or any other criteria that you like. If you've got certain criteria that you want to build, I want to look at ones that are failed speed vaults and ones that are is still in seeding mode, or ones that have been deployed but never had a successful backup, or any other criteria and conditions. I'd be more than happy to help you with those custom expressions and custom filters. Okay, so I can hit save now on this one and get my report, set my report up, or I can come in here after I've saved it and I can actually say send it now. And it's going to send it to my current user email address. You can add other recipients. These are other named users that have access to your console, or you can even put external recipients in here. This would be your end customer names that you want to drop in here so they get a copy of the report as well. So that's just one methodology. I've got PowerShell scripts that'll do exports out of the console for you. You could run periodically, checks and monitors. We can set up daily dashboard emails for you so that each device reports in on a daily basis, whether it was successful or failed, or the last time it was successful. So there's lots of different ways to slice and dice this from a reporting perspective. Everybody has a different take, so we've had to build multiple methodologies.